It's looking good. All right, it's going to take just a couple seconds here. But yeah, we got some interesting topics to talk about today. The main one is going to be the weather across the country. We definitely have been dealing with dry weather here. I know a lot of you guys are dealing with really wet weather. And it's kind of funny hearing people complain about one or the other when, really it's not usually ever ideal, perfect conditions. So, yeah, it's going to be the topic today, but we're going to wait and let some people get in here. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. It's a Sunday afternoon. What's everybody do on a Sunday afternoon? I don't know. We're just hanging out, relaxing, unwinding from the week. It's been a super busy week for us. We have a lot going on, honestly. Trying to navigate the weather. We do full fertilizer programs, and we have a pretty hefty mowing list. We do some big yards. Unfortunately, like I said, we're like super dry here, like drought conditions. So it's been really tough to navigate it, but I'm going to talk a little bit about that and maybe some tips and tricks in case you're ever in the same boat. So honestly, the biggest thing is just when it's super wet, make the most of every day that you can. You have a dry day, go out there and put the time in. See if you can possibly work ahead. Now, some people don't like that. Some customers don't like that. You kind of have to stay on a strict schedule, but if at all possible, pick customers that probably aren't going to complain and work forward. So that way, when the rain does come, it's not setting you as far back. So that's for wet weather. Now, for dry weather, you can keep people on the same day, or we actually work ahead a little bit and we do some extra projects to kind of make up and compensate for that lost income because we are skipping yards that are paid by the time. So it's always good to watch the forecast and do your best to prepare out front so that way you are not running into issues. But that's kind of how we're dealing with things right now. As far as fertilizer, this definitely hurts fertilizing when it's 90 degrees all the time and literally as fried as you could possibly imagine a yard. You can't put the fertilizer down. It just, well, A, it doesn't do any good, and B, it's just most likely going to wreck the lawn. So, I mean, it's just not worth doing. So we're kind of picking and choosing whose yard we are fertilizing or spraying too. Spraying would be even worse when it's dry. That would definitely kill a yard off. So we try to be selective in whose yard we're putting it on. When it's 90 degrees, it's not exactly a good idea to spray a yard. So we also want to be picking times during the day that are going to be relatively cool and not quite so hot. So yeah, that's the fertilizer topic. Just wanted to talk a little bit about that. Nobody's in here yet, so I don't know. People must be busy today. It's kind of crazy, all this weird weather. Has my customers here, we're in Minnesota, has kind of my customers talking about snow. Man, I have never heard people talk about snow this early on. This is crazy. It's 90 degrees and people are like, bring on the snow, let's go. No, it's pretty funny. We actually have quite a bit of commercial, well, one commercial I know of, but quite a few residential driveways that will be needing snow removal this winter. So kind of exciting to get that built up. Now I fly solo on snow, so we kind of have a cap I put on, you know, how many driveways I'll do on a snowfall, and I would say we are already 1/3 of the way there, a third to half of the way maybe. So it's always exciting to think a little bit ahead. And speaking of which, we just got our bagger for our new Toro Z Master. Well, the bagger we got with it, but we were waiting on a part. The part being the power flow system, which, you know, drives off of the pulley on the belt drive there. The power flow is what shoots the debris up into the bagger. So we were waiting on that unit, and we finally got it. I drove down to the cities, which is about an hour south of me, the Twin Cities here in Minnesota, and I picked that part up, and it was super exciting to install that. I installed that yesterday, got it working. I used to run on the Xmark Laser Z, used to run that similar Easy Vac system, and the thing has incredible suction. It almost is like a vacuum, you know, you get very little out the side of the deck. That's kind of what we're having issues with on our grandstand bagging system. So I'm super excited to see, you know, how the new Z Master does. I have a feeling part of that debris getting blown out the side of the deck, even when the bags aren't full, is from that turbo force deck. There's an adjustment in there, and it has an A, B, and a C setting. A is for thin grass, I believe. B is for bagging, and C is for the thicker grass, so open the discharge chute up a little bit more. And I think it's going to be some playing around with that to try to get the bagging system to work like we want it. But it's just so dry here. I don't even have anything to test it out on. It's just ridiculous. I mean, I have not in my lifetime seen the ground this dry. It is absolutely absurd. So for you guys that are wishing your rain away, you can definitely send it up to us here in Minnesota. We could definitely use it. So yeah, let's see here. What else we got to talk about today? I'm not going to stay on here too long. We've had 0 people in here this whole time, but I know some people will come back and watch it. So maybe we'll just talk about a few more things while I'm on here and call her a day. So super, super, super funny. I'll probably end up making a video about this in itself, but I made well, I guess this isn't really that funny, but kind of. I went to Lano, which is our local Toro dealer, Bobcat dealer around here, and I actually bought the Spray Master. Sorry, that's our spreader sprayer. I bought that from them, and you're supposed to change the oil after its break-in period, right? So it hit its break-in hours, and I wanted to change the oil on it myself, so I went down and got the parts, or the filter and the oil, to do the do the oil change. And we asked how much, you know, oil is supposed to go in that unit. And so the guy put, I think it was 56 fluid ounces of oil on the bottle. He wrote it on there for me. And in the video I actually made, I felt like I actually did a really good job on the video too, which kind of sucked. I had to take it down, but needless to say, the next day I was out running the sprayer, and the blooming thing was spitting clouds of oil out the side of the exhaust. And I'm like, that guy told me to put too much oil in there, didn't he? So I went back and referenced, I think it's a Vanguard 16 horse. I went and referenced the Vanguard 16, and it was 48 ounces. So we overfilled the oil and had to drain that out. So I had to pull that video off. So hopefully none of you guys use that video to change the oil, because man, that was really unfortunate to have to go through that. But it's really no big deal, but there's a lesson in it, and that lesson being, just because somebody tells you something does not mean that it's necessarily accurate. So definitely be sure you go back and double check. But yeah, the parts and stuff are definitely gone up in price. The oil has definitely gone up in price, and it has been a really tough year for price increases. What is up? We got Al on here finally. Somebody jumped on here. I can't believe it. Just a dud of a day for people on the YouTube, I guess. I don't know. I cruised YouTube pretty much all day, so I don't know what's going on, but evidently. Oh boy, super crazy. Al, is it wet down in Florida, or are you guys dealing with heat, or what's going on down there weather-wise? It's been super frustrating here. Still haven't got any rain, and it's kind of what the hot topic is about today. I have a dang brain ache. Oh my goodness, that's not good. Headache, or what's going on here? Raining every day. Well, if you want to send some of that up here, I'd definitely take it. We're still in a drought, and it is 90 degrees every day, so not backing down. Super tough to navigate. But it's telling people, if you can, any spare ounce of time you get to cut ahead, so that way it's not you're not getting too far backed up, and then of course you end up working all the way through Sunday. For those of you who do that, you're absolutely crazy. Past 3 days of a headache. Yikes, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Man, I know what you're going through, though. We've been sick here for like 3 weeks. Finally got over what I thought was a cold. I'm not sure exactly, but we've been sicker than sick. Stomach bugs, all sorts of nasty stuff. And I am terribly sorry that you have to spend all that time in bed, because that is no fun. But hopefully you get some time to do some video editing or whatever, I guess take it as some relaxing time or something. I don't know. How do you make the most of that? It's just, it's hard, isn't it? But if you guys don't already watch Al's videos, for those of you that will watch this later on, definitely go over to his channel and watch his stuff, because it's absolutely the bomb. I never would have thought the tall grass trend would have took off the way that it did, and Al's definitely been making the most of it, and he's probably got some of the best videos there are with cutting tall grass and doing lawn makeovers and blessing people. I've never seen anything quite like it, so definitely check that out. But yeah, the sick definitely does stink, man. I'm feeling for you. It's ridiculous. It's been a rough year for that too. I know pretty much everybody's been around here that I know has been sick or gone through it in some way, shape, or form. So it's been an all-around kind of tough year. I'm just ready for 2021 to be over and moving on to bigger and better things in 2022. So kind of feel bad wishing away time, but yeah, let's see if anything else comes. Nobody else is on here, really. One person. I can't believe it. It's the best person you could have in here, but it's just ridiculous, man. He has to edit a vid now, but can't look at my phone for too long. Unreal. Yeah, that's definitely screen's definitely hard on a on a on a headache. So, what you got going on? Well, I was just telling people earlier on in this that we have been honestly just relaxing this weekend because I've been sick the last two. So we've been just hanging out, watching some. Well, I'm big in the Wicked Tuna, like watching some Below Deck every once in a while, watching some drama. So just hanging out, watching some TV, and relaxing is the biggest thing. So that's what I've been up to. But yeah, we got the Z Master with the bagger on it, so that's all set up. I worked on that yesterday and super excited to go cut some tall grass with that if I can find it. That thing would make that foot-long tall grass look like carpet by the time it was done with it. Pretty sweet. Do you know, do they make a bagger for that what is that, the Z-Track? Is that what you run? I wonder if they have a bagging system for that. I don't know if I've ever heard of one for the John Deere Z-Track. Grandstand, I think, was kind of the pioneer to that side bagging system, and I see Skeg has one, and there's another company that has one. But yeah, I don't know if John Deere does or not. Oh, Quick Track. The Z-Track's the big zero turn, I believe. So yeah, the Quick Track. So do they have something like that for that, or is it just like catch baskets? I know you guys down south don't typically bag stuff. I get harassed for that all the time, but yeah, I don't think I ever have either. So that'd be kind of interesting. You should see it. I should do some research on that too and see if they have one. That'd be kind of nice for what you do on your tall grass days. It'd be kind of interesting to see, although I'm sure people like just seeing the stuff fly out the side of the deck too. It has been so hot up here, Al. I've been trying to get out and I want to work on some little projects out in the garage and do some little time-lapse videos of building some stuff, but it has just been so hot, it's not even enjoyable to go out and do welding projects just because you got to wear all that super heavy clothing. It'd just be miserable welding 90 degrees. What do we do with the grass after? That's a good point. So around here, we actually have like composting sites, like within the county just below me where we kind of do most of our work. There's free compost sites, but you have to be a resident of the area. So usually at the end of the day, I sometimes will just put a tarp on the front of the trailer, or if we're doing like big cleanups or whatever, we have to bring the dump trailer in and we just dump into that. I got a billy goat now, so I can load all that stuff. It's like a big vacuum that just blows everything into my dump trailer. So that'll make things super convenient, but that's not set up yet. So yeah, that's an excellent point there. I don't know. Do you guys have any like composting sites where you can bring debris to, or how does that work down there? I guess I'm not entirely sure with the Florida area and how all that works, but oh, at the dump, yeah. Yeah, the dump. That's kind of convenient. What else can you bring there? Can you bring like anything to the dump, or does it have to be organic materials? Or gosh, I might need to just go down to Florida or something just so I can see Mount Trashmore. That's awesome. Oh yeah. Oh. So that's what we do with our debris up here. But yeah, we mainly use that in the fall. But every once in a while, you know, you have to stop there to drop some clippings off or whatever. But we also, a lot of the people in this area, like we have a lot of woods around here, so we just like get permission from the customers and um, dump behind their places. So yeah. Sounds good, man. Thanks for jumping on here today, and I'm gonna wrap this thing up here shortly anyway. So thanks for jumping on here. Good to say hi to you again, and yeah, we'll chat soon. So hope your head gets better and you start to feel better, man. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. But yeah, I'm gonna put a wrap on this thing, I think, here. Didn't want to go for too long, but just thought I would jump on here and give you guys a little bit of an update. Yes, it's still super dry around here. It's been terribly frustrating, but we're gonna just keep pushing through it. We're doing some extra side jobs right now, picking up like some odds and ends dirt work, which is nice. I got some seeding to do, which is very tough when it's as hot as it is here right now. It's not ideal growing season. Here in Minnesota, it's very, very hard to grow grass this time of year. It's actually technically supposed to go dormant during July. So we're going to be doing that. But thank you guys for watching the video. Those of you who do, I'm super blessed to have you, and hopefully you enjoyed some of today's topic, and we'll get some videos out to you soon. So have a blessed rest of your day, everybody, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks.